by the way, the Richmond Jail is one of my favorite church history stories, basically, where they were in the Richmond Jail, and when it cast out, it really goes to your point about how things had completely just you know gotten down to the point of this guerrilla warfare kind of stuff. I mean, they had these guards who were over them, basically bragging about dashing the brains out of kids and raping women and so forth, and they'd gotten so vulgar and so nasty, there's the historical story, basically that
Yeah, that comes from Party
that
Pratt.
yeah, partly wrote about this, and he basically said, he couldn't bring himself to how can we even just stay here and listen to the atrocities being told over and over
And he
again.
knew Joseph was listening.
Then all of a sudden Joseph rose to his feet, chained up, with leg chains and so forth, and basically just rebuked these guards and basically, silence ye fiends of the infernal pit,
Or you or I die this instant.
cease such talk, or you or I die this instant. And he just stood there and he said it, and he called it terrible majesty.
Yeah.
Where he just rebuked these guards, and they backed down, and then some of them were quivering, basically, he said, and they were quiet until the changing of the guards. But I think he said something about majesty have I seen in the courts of England and so forth, but
Yeah.
but I haven't seen that kind of nobleness.
Is on a plaque now. So if you go down from the courthouse in Richmond and you make you go down one block further north and you make a right-hand turn, you're just on a little neighborhood street. There's a big, beautiful black put there by the historical Missouri Historical Society now, where it shows where the men were actually laying chained. It's a piece of grass with a piece of little picket fence around it now. It's a backyard of somebody's house.
Life.
And you can, and I take people there on my tour. We get off and they go, "Why are we in this little neighborhood?" Well, and they realize the black sign and they read that, and they're standing right where those men were chained and where he said that. It's really neat. You can do that today.
Yeah, that's cool. A powerful story. If you ever get a chance to read that, if you haven't read that, you really owe it to yourself to read that account of the Richmond Jail.